concerns?
Well, this is a new initiative, and we started it last April working with the Highway Safety Motor Vehicles. And anytime you start working with databases, you're going to have improvements that you can make, and that's kind of what we're trying to get to now. Of course, if we had the database that Homeland Security has, the SAVE database, it would solve a lot of those kind of problems. And we've been trying to get that database since September of last year, and we're continuing to work at it, as you'll see in the next few days and few weeks.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think of the rationale the federal government's using for not giving you that database?
Well, I can tell you this, that they're wrong on the issue, and in fact, Homeland Security's training manual on privacy assessments has on page 6 of it saying that the SAVE database, and I'd be happy to give you a copy of that, says that the database can be used for voter registration validation. Based on that and what the law is, we should be able to get access to that, and we're going to press that point very strongly.
How do you feel, what is your reaction when either television commentators, people in the news media talk about this being a vote suppression effort to help the Republicans in November?
I don't give it that much regard because, to be honest with you, what we're trying to do is to make sure that people that are legitimate voters have a right to vote, and somebody that's not a legitimate voter, a non-citizen that may be registered, does not disqualify that vote. I have not found a single person to date that says that we should allow non-citizens that are registered to vote. So that's my mission as the Chief Elections Officer. That's my passion. That's what I have to do. It's my moral duty, and I plan on continuing to move forward. And I actually look forward and challenge the Justice Department, Homeland Security, to work with us to make sure that Florida's election systems work as they should.
And one last question on this point, if I may, and that is, I've spent a lot of time researching this point because I wanted to find out or find cases in the Tampa Bay area where a person who is not an American citizen voted in an election. I found one case. Now that person's being investigated by the Hillsborough State Attorney's Office.
Right.
But of course, that's not a situation that anybody would support or endorse.
Exactly.
But an awful lot of time and expense has gone into this whole effort. And as I pointed out, this gentleman voted one time, and that was in 2006.
Right.
Was it worth the effort?
Well, we're not done with the effort. So the fact is that we think that there are more possible individuals who are registered to vote that have voted, but until we get access to that SAVE database, it's going to be challenging for us to do that. So this is the beginning of a process. We're hopefully going to be following it through, getting more access to more and better information from the federal government, and when we do, we'll follow up. But we constantly evaluate the value and the work that we're doing, and we think we're doing a good job.
What's the status of the larger group of 182,000 or so names? Where is that?
That we're working on.
You have that?
It's in our possession, yes. Highway Safety has a copy of it as well. And we're working through that list very slowly to make sure that no citizens are going to be on that list. And it's challenging. I will say this, that I'm looking forward to getting a positive response from Homeland Security. That would be the ultimate final database for us to test that with. And until I get affirmative action and answer on that, I'm kind of on hold, although we're processing names to see for non-citizens.
And timing-wise,